That's weird. Didn't change my... Oh wait, there it is. There it is. Or it's not. What's going on? Why does that happen? If I click on my live feed, it goes to my last video for some reason. I'm trying to figure out why. Is that not going live? Huh. That's weird. Just give me 2 seconds and then hopefully I'll have it working. Might as well do a spider dungeon on auto while I'm figuring this stuff out. Alright, sweet. So I just got Spider15 on auto. Like, yesterday, basically. So this is pretty new for me. Unfortunately on auto they don't do the order right, so Zargala ends up dying and like a couple other guys end up dying, but at least it goes all the way until the spider dies. Takes about 5 minutes or so on average. I think my best time was 380, which is pretty good. I don't know, we'll find out what the best time is after this. But I don't think that really matters, honestly, so much as just being able to do it. A lot of people like to brag about how fast they can do things, but I don't have enough energy for it to really matter. I'm really done my stuff pretty quick, regardless of how fast I do dungeons. Just gonna link my thing everywhere. There we go. Alright. Well, that's interesting. They all went on Seeker this time. Watch the first time I try to stream auto on 15, it's the first time I fail. But I did it 3 times yesterday, so I'm sure it should be okay. But I was pretty excited about that. Spider15 was a thing that I wasn't even like willing to try for a while on auto. It was like, yeah, there's no way. But as soon as I got Zargala, I'm like, hey, maybe there's a way now. Because Zargala's, well, except for when she does that, put her devastate on the spider instead of on a spiderling, which is kind of funny. But I mean, it doesn't matter. They'll still win. I'm pretty confident that they'll still win. Hey, how's it going? Haru sometimes plays. That's a funny name. Oh no, my Seeker's dead. Well, at least my Zargala's still alive. Oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna do this auto anymore now that Zargala's dead. Oh man. Oh well. Find out. Yeah, I guess it's not always gonna be good enough on auto. Well, let's play it out, see what happens. The last few times it was like really close, but at least it finished. The boss, I don't know if it's gonna happen this time because none of the spiderlings were able to be killed, it seems. Yeah, oops. Alright, I think we can probably quit this now. Wow, surprising. I'm gonna do it again. I guess 416 is my best time on auto, but when Zargala doesn't do her devastate on the spiderlings, it's sad. Auto should know better. But yesterday, even without her doing her devastate on the spiderlings, it was still fine. So let's see what happens this time. Could have just been a fluke. Basically, my strategy for this is just speed and turn meter. I don't even really use much AoE in it, as you can see. But I mean, definitely do it every time on manual. It's kind of embarrassing when you say something works and then the first time you try it, it doesn't work. But hey, that's life. I should have maybe done like 10 test runs before I tried it on the stream. Instead, I only did 3 test runs. I think I'm going to write a ticket about Zargala not using her Devastate on the Spiderlings, though. I'm pretty sure that's a new problem. Before, I thought for sure she wasn't doing that before, but maybe, maybe I was wrong. And that's funny. Yesterday, the Spiderlings were going on my Marksman first, or my Zargala first. And now today, they're going on Seeker first? I guess that makes sense. He's magic and it's force. I wonder why they're killing Zargala first yesterday. But that might be the difference in the kill rate there. We'll find out. Still exciting for me, even when it has a chance to fail. Like Giant Slayer does so much damage to him. If I changed Seeker over to Wind WM, it'd do a little bit more damage, right? Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of weird. I wonder what I did, or like what's different about today than it was yesterday. Oh boy. Yeah, what do you know? Same thing as last time. Hmm. Something changed between yesterday and today on the spider boss. Using it's like we could just kill all these spiderlings, but instead, let's not. Oh well. Maybe, maybe, maybe I was just really lucky 3 times in a row. That's always a possibility. But at least, but at least it happened. Oh man. Oh well. I guess that's life. That's how it goes in life. Marksman with lifesteal is like a little winner at the end here too. It's great. If we get the spiderlings on the right rotation of an order, then he just heals up. So it's possible still, but very unlikely. Yeah, no. Nope. Okay. Let's try something different. That's funny that today it's not working, but yesterday it was. That happens sometimes in this game when they've changed one or two things if there's like a bug. Like maybe it was a bug that I was able to win that way yesterday. For all I know. Let's try it with Tyrell maybe in here instead. Really is too bad that she doesn't devastate a spiderling down. I just don't want to lose again. Seems like if he uses his ult there, it's a big problem. I guess this isn't auto anymore, is it? Well, oops. Yeah, definitely have to make sure they know that Zargala's broken on Spider right now. So weird, I was so excited yesterday getting Spider15 on auto, and then I want to show my friends and it doesn't work. It's sad. Sadness abounds. Guess that goes to show you gotta test things 10 times, not just 3. Test them 10 times to know. This definitely works on manual. More than fine. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to write that ticket. Spider's so slow. Having a lot of speed on him is so great. Versus him, I mean. Like, and turn boosts too. Gets so many turns. Like, the spider's only gone, or the spider hasn't had a turn yet. Looks like I need a little bit more damage from Zargala because she's not one-shotting the spider army. She needs to be. So 65k health, I believe the spiderlings have. Ish. So it's pretty high. But if you had one or two AoE champions hitting 30k, 40k each every turn, then you're fine. That's another strategy you can use. Just needs tons of crit chance and crit damage. Yeah, so this team can definitely do it. I just need to... I don't know. I don't know why it's not going on auto this morning. It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. I will try autoing it after this to see if I can do it with this team rather than with the marksman team. But I don't have high hopes for it. Alright, I'm gonna try it on auto with this team. See what happens. Because I don't want to ever have to manual this dungeon again. I thought I was done with that yesterday. But watch my Razin do his ultimate right after this, even though there's no spiderlings to kill. And that'll be, oh well, there is some spiderlings to kill. Yeah, there he goes. And he doesn't even kill two of them. Like, wow. Alright. We're off to a great start. Zarg, why? Why don't you just do your devastate on a spiderling on auto? It just seems so obvious that that's what you should do. That's the glory of auto. You don't have to watch it fail. You can walk around, you can do other stuff. Tayrell's got the big hits coming out. You see that? Two whites. So I guess WM is hitting for the same as Giant Slayer versus this boss, which is kind of strange. Did they change that? I thought it was supposed to do a little less than Wind or WM or whatever it's called, War Master, but they must have changed it. Yeah, 41k. It's the same thing as that. Lysandra has GS, or sorry, WM, and Seeker has GS, and they're doing the same damage. What do you know? There goes Tyrell. It's the beginning of the end. Yeah, I thought it should too. I thought War Master should be hitting higher, because that's what it says in the mastery, or at least it did the last time I read it. Jeez. Man, I guess I cannot auto this like I thought I could. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lie, I promise. I wouldn't have put a stream on with the title if I thought it wasn't gonna work. Obviously. Oh well. Can't always get what you want. Why Zarg? Why? Why is she doing that? Hey, Jonathan. I just realized that it was you. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, Spider15. It's definitely the hardest dungeon in the game for sure. And I had it on auto yesterday, but I can't prove it today. So I'm sad. A little bit sad. I had three wins in a row last night on auto with marksman. Then today I tried two in a row and they fail miserably. But the spiders were attacking a different target today than they were yesterday, which is weird. So there must have been like some kind of change that happened. And now we get Spider 20 coming. Yeah, which is going to be sweet. Which is why I'm working on this team, by the way. It's because I wanted to see if I could figure out a better team than with my Cold Hearts. Because I was using Cold Heart before. And then I got Zargala. I'm like, hey, Zargala's a good spider champ, right? And so I was able to do it on auto after that without the Cold Hearts. Because Cold Hearts, I just can never get it on auto with them. It'll just never work. Not with my setup, at least. I don't know how to do it. Some other people might. But for me, it's a manual only type of thing at the moment. Thought it was going to be auto. Oh well. Nothing I can do about that at this point. I'll have to do some work on my downtime rather than just continuously failing over and over again. Sorry about the title being misleading. It's obviously not what I was trying to do. Yeah, get the weaken and the defense down, and then you get the cold heart slamming out the freaking million damage on the Spidey. Hey, Claudia. But I'm just not feeling the cold hearts anymore. I replaced them in my fire dungeon, and my stage 15 fire dungeon is faster on auto by like 2 minutes without them. Which I was like, what? But it's because I don't have Giant Slayer on my cold hearts. If I did, it'd be a whole different story. I don't know why I don't. Yeah, Zarg CH. Yeah, maybe I'll try that. I would like to get my Zargala, or sorry, my at least one cold heart with Giant Slayer. I don't know why I've been holding off doing that for so long. Mostly because I just didn't want to be like everybody else using a cold heart. It's a pretty stupid reason, but still. It was the reason I had. And like Spider's been with way, or I mean, Coulthard's been with way too many guys. Yeah. Hopefully, if I just get Giant Slayer on Coulthard, I can put Coulthard in there instead of Tyrell or whatever. Zargala is that good, honestly. Yeah, I've got another Coulthard I could bring to 60 after too if need be. Both can be fully skilled, however, the second one is not right now. I do have the skill books for her though. I just haven't gone in the Coulthard direction, but maybe I will need to for Spider 20. I'm just hoping I can do the speed and turn boost strat with Giant Slayer instead, just for the people that can't get Coulthard. It's nice to know that you don't necessarily need her. Yeah, and Giant Slayer doesn't trigger Fire Knight anymore, but that's what I thought, but then it seemed to. I'll do it after this and to confirm that. Because it seemed like maybe I just have so many turns that it didn't matter. We'll find out. Atour, he's the taunt dude, right? Canoness, I'm not sure about, but let me check it right after this Fire Knight's 15 thing. Atour seems like he's got pretty good utility in Arena. When it comes to having 3 different taunt abilities, that's pretty cool. Yeah, Zargala is freaking just insane. I just got her like I just got her to 60 a couple days ago, just got some decent gear on her. She's not even like fully ranked to 16 at all. And she's just quite the champ. Canoness from the Sacred Order. Yeah, okay, I'll check out the Canoness afterwards, but I do believe Atour has 3 different taunt abilities, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, I remember you always bragging about your Zargala, John. That's one of the reasons I wanted one so bad for like a year. Because of you guys, you and Kiwi McSheep. His Zargala would hit me for like 100k in arena. I'm like, why don't I have a Zargala? Clearly, that's what I need. But then he switched to Allure, and then now his team, it's just a lot easier for me to deal with now that there's no Zargala in it. So I don't necessarily lose to him anymore. I'm sure he could have a team that could beat me. He just doesn't necessarily always have it on defense. I want to know if a tour is good for other things like Minotaur and Clan Boss. I don't think so. I don't believe he'd be any good for either of those. But I'll double check. And yeah, speed is just definitely what determines the wins in Arena right now. And I don't know if that's ever going to change the way that the game is built. It's kind of like how fighting is. If you're faster to the other person and you take them out before they can take you out. If I see you before you see me, look out. There are people on forum and they said that they can do Minotaur solo in campaign too. Yeah, Minotaur solo is a thing that you can do with very many champs. Even Apothecary can do Minotaur solo. Seeker can probably do it. Like, tons of champs can do it. Minotaur is just a standard tank and spank. All you really need is lifesteal. Lifesteal and AoEs out the wazoo for the first trash bit, and then the boss is easy peasy. Get an attack down or something like that. Can he take an attack down? Probably, right? I've never had to worry about that. I have defense champs that take his hits like a champ. So they were always able to solo him easily. I haven't been paying attention. Were the GS hits working on this guy's... No, I guess not, eh? I just have that much speed that it doesn't matter. It's funny, you see it went down and then it goes back up. That's what must have confused me before. You can see that his shield goes down, but then it like goes back up one. That's weird. Still can't do level 15 Minotaur. Could have something to do with um, your gear and your level, your ascension, stuff like that. I don't think it has something to do with you having a lack of champions. Because you said you have Sinisha and yeah, a couple others that seemed like they could do it. I definitely did Sinisha on Minotaur, so I know that Sinisha can do it. But what's usually a good idea is to go back when it's less of a difficulty. That way you're not wasting so much energy. What am I gonna try next? Finish up my arenas. Considering my ratings really low again. Hit 12.6 for what? The campaign? I will be doing that on 9.3 or actually 4 4 4.7 even maybe is what I'll probably be doing because I have to get Spirit Host for that mission because I'm way behind. I took 2 months off and I'm like at that last mission to get Justicar is what I need to do right now. You guys probably did it like 2 months ago. Whoa. It's nice. Zarg crits. Easily done with the lower defense teams. Alright, let's see if this guy's faster than me. If his Lysandre's faster, he wins. If I'm faster, I win. You had to build 3 Justicars? Oh man. That's great. Oh, I think I lost this one. Oh man. I love teams like this, honestly. The ones that stun you and like they really get your goat, you know? Alright. It feels good to lose. Feels good to lose. I can dig it. I don't think maybe I could beat them if I switched to Razin. Let's find out. It's the stun is what killed me. From I don't know who was it that did the stun though. I mean obviously Fu, I guess. Don't stun me. What are you doing? Come on. If you didn't get the stun on Fellseeker, I might have got it. Oh well. Come on, kill them all. Just kill them all. um, now, if I hit the Skull Crown, Is that gonna do it? Is that gonna do it? Oh man, it's getting close. If we can get this kill, I think we might do it. Oh man, it's closies don't count. I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm probably gonna win. We'll find out. Wow. Sorry for being so loud, but I'm super fast, so that's how I'm gonna win. But that Lissandra's a little faster than me. Maybe I should switch my Seeker gear over to my Lissandra. I've been meaning to do that actually. It's probably something I should do because Lissandra would have a lot more speed. Well, not a lot more, but I think like 10 more or 5 more or so. Yeah, that's sweet. It's always good when you can beat the team that you think is gonna just smash you. Yeah, true. Actually probably not gonna take off Seeker's gear for a long time because I want to just put it straight on Arbiter. Once I'm ready to do that, that's gonna be a few months probably, though. At least until the Spider dungeon comes out, right? All right. Already cook. Let's try Professor E. He's level 48, but he's got a nice team already. All he needs is like a Seeker in there. Spider 20 is gonna suck, honestly. It really is. It's gonna be super hard. Like it's weirdly hard just going from 14 to 15, let alone from 15 to 20. Seems like the spider gets so much more health every stage. And I'm so overpowered. What's great is seeing a skull crown that has like 4.5k attack power and like 260% crit damage or something like that. And then like you just spend all of your turns trying to kill him, and then he just one shots you after that. That's how you build a skull crown. Get him capable of one shotting anybody. Doesn't even really matter what her speed is, as long as she's got enough resilience and everything else. Yeah, if it's force, um, I guess you'd probably still use Ray, wouldn't you? Because I mean, Ray's got that um, HP based attack, right? The HP based AoE. I haven't looked at her skill set in a long time. I was having a mini argument with somebody yesterday about how he was saying Big Un was doing more damage than Ray was, or at least more consistent damage, more consistent help in the arena and stuff. And I was like, really? Really? I found it so hard to believe, but after you explained it a little bit, it made a little bit more sense. But yeah, her Arcane Nova thing is just a crazy multiplier, then I guess, eh? Excuse me. I think the giant barbarians are pretty nice. I'd like to get Torvund or whatever his name is. He reminds me of the guy from Game of Thrones, Tormund, Giantsbane. Love for everywhere but clan boss, eh? She's no good in clan boss. Hmm. I guess if she's just a single hitting AoE champ, makes sense. Alright. So do I want to do this right now? Not really. Not really. I was half thinking about just doing stage 7 while I'm farming this because maybe I'll get some rare crit things that I could use on somebody. I don't know. Maybe that's a waste of energy and stuff, but it's hard to find out. Oh, you're hearing me like a podcast. Oh, cool. That's something that I like to do when I work out or do something. I'll have an earbud in my ear for podcast or something like that, or have it on in the room. It's a good way to get a lot of knowledge while you're doing some other stuff. But all I'm doing is chapter 4, stage 7 of the campaign for farming for Spirit Host. Because I just got War Maiden, now I gotta get Spirit Host, and then gotta get Diabolus. You just want to go home. Question: if I have Zavia and will use a poison slash burn team on CB, does Ethel have any other use than farming campaign? Need a farmer at 6-star, but I'd like to level someone who doesn't become useless later. Yeah, I hear that. I definitely hear that. Ethel is actually really, really good right now. She's got that 25% weaken, which is going to greatly affect your damage for Giant Slayer and War Master versus the clan boss. Um, it increases by like 15% or something like that, or 25%. So Ethel is awesome for sure. You're not going to regret bringing her to 60 and putting Giant Slayer on her. I don't think you're going to regret it. Especially when she's got just 220 speed and or more than that, as much speed as you got. Lifesteal, I think, works on her too if you don't have a dedicated healer. I tend to use lifesteal on rares because they're so freaking squishy. And I also have lifesteal on marksman too because he's got a similar issue. I would have lifesteal on my whole team, honestly, if I had the gear for it. On my clan boss team, if I could switch into lifesteal every time for clan boss, if I had that much silver to do, then I would. But I like to have the speedy gear and arena. I prioritize my arena team over my clan boss team. Some people prioritize their clan boss team over the arena. Some people have both. Great. But I don't have that much money to do that, honestly. I don't know if Ethel's the best starter, but they all are pretty decent. I would say Kale and Ethel are the better of the two, or the better of the four. But they're all definitely usable. in endgame. I wouldn't I don't know, I wouldn't use Elaine or Gaelic on the clan boss, obviously, but they all can farm campaign 12.3 on brutal with the right gear. Kale can do it in like 20 seconds. Kale's a freaking boss. Kind of made a mistake by 6-starring Xavia first because I can't solo 12.3 with my current gear due to affinity. Ah. Well, honestly, 6-starring Xavia wasn't a bad idea. Like, you had the good idea by doing that because you knew that you were going to be definitely keeping Xavia for a long time. Definitely had the right idea, man. But now you can get Ethel up, and I'm pretty sure Xavia could probably solo things too, honestly. It's just a matter of gear. I haven't really played with Xavia at all. She's mainly poison and HP burn, right? So I guess she wouldn't be a solo champ. But yeah. And it's kind of difficult to get Ethel to a good spot on solo ability. So I mean, lots of speed and lifesteal is really what you want to be looking for, Ethel. I think I already said that, but it doesn't hurt to repeat it. Speed boots, crit damage gloves usually. And I've seen Xavia pull like 12 million on Clan Boss without um, too much trouble with Skull Crusher in the team or something like that. Is there a huge difference in 5-star chance between levels in Dragon Dungeon? I can farm level 10 on auto, but is it worth the energy to farm up full epic gear now? No, it is not at all. What's better and far more efficient is to get your team to 60, get your Minotaur masteries up, get your spider banners even first, and then go into the dungeons to do your epic gear at stage 15. And hopefully stage 20 will be out by the time you've done all of that, so that you can just go straight for legendary gear rather than get 5-star epic gear and then have to replace that again. So it's really a waste of time in the dungeon right now. I would suggest not doing that at all. 15 minnow is what you should be waiting for. If you can't do 15, you're wasting 1,000 energy. It's less efficient, and it's just better if you can get that guy who can solo Minotaur, or that three-man team is usually all it takes. Get some 60s up first for sure. Way more efficient. Save you thousands of energy. I know it sucks to have to do the same thing over and over again, but just think, once you're done your 6-star team, you won't have to do it again. You can just get little champs that you want to quickly get to 60 right away. After that, it'll just be super quick to get your next 60. For me, it's like when I want to get a 60, it takes me like 2 days. And I've got that 60 up, and then another day or two to get them fully mastered. And that's because I have a solid team that can farm for me and can do everything great and fast. So that's why that's such a high priority to do first. I've had so many arguments with people about this, honestly, since the beginning of the game. People constantly saying, hey, um, it's like, it's definitely better for me to go in the dungeon, man. See how many good pieces I got? Look at this epic gear or whatever that I have. Well, look at my common piece. It's got better stats than yours. It's like, how does that work? Well, it's a percentage piece on the bottom row, and it's 5-star. It's pretty much all you need for the first little while. Yeah, well, even less than that, honestly. The way things are now, it's so much faster with Minotaur, right? Like 1 day in Minnow now, because it's like um twice or 3 times faster than it was before. Crazy. Used to take like 2 weeks. But and then we're gonna get Minnow 20. It's gonna be like like an hour to get somebody fully mastered now. No, honestly, Claudia, my I'm free to play. I get the same amount of energy every day as you. I've got no wizardry with my energy. I just use it as efficiently as possible. It's really easy to be inefficient in this game. Unless you're like doing the numbers constantly in your head, it's hard to guess them right. Yeah, exactly. You gotta time your XP boosts for sure. You get at least one a week. Yeah, yeah. Using that XP boost once a week, uh, definitely saving as much energy for the XP boost is gonna help you with that efficiency. Wait, there's a weekend without energy? There's an event without energy where nothing. Wait, can you repeat that? Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, is that really an event? Because, like, I think I would win with Automate, right? Everybody who uses Automate have a huge advantage over everybody who doesn't. But yeah, that'd be sweet if we had an energy free weekend. Come do anything you would like. Get as addicted as you can. I'm gonna be using this Berserker in Faction Wars. It's gonna be great. I've got him already 3 skilled up. It's gonna go with my Kalia and my War Maiden. It's gonna be sweet. Alright, what's going on up here? Sniper, it's 45% chance to proc twice each hit. Hmm. Oh, I think I've got to do the clan boss. Speaking of, I think I've got to do that next. Hey, look, 66. The number of the beast. Okay, I think I'm gonna do brutal instead. And so since it is green, um, hmm, who should I put in? Maybe my apothecary. And yeah, I think that should be okay. I mean, I could take out my Raz, and considering he's probably not going to get too many weekends out, he probably is only going to do like 1 million damage here. Let's see if putting Vrask in there would be better. How crazy is that team right there? It's a new setup I've never done. I'm just gonna put it on auto because I don't have time for that. As long as it's more than like 11 million damage, it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, 20 minutes later. Sorry, it's freaking takes a long time. My bad. I wish there was times 4 speed for freaking clan boss. Yeah, at least. Like, I can't handle manualing this boss. Like, maybe I'll get another million or two out of it, but it's just like the chance of me just like timing out from doing manual is pretty high. And suddenly my phone got a little choppy too. Sorry about that, guys. Nice, 6 minutes in the fight. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I think the I think it kicks you out at 25 minutes. I think, unless that's just a fluke that always happens or something. But it's not like you can go and have your breakfast and come back and hit your next skill. What's my name? I'm Jordan. Nice to meet you. Superman. That's so nice. Yep. Man, this doesn't look like such a bad team after all. Although I do miss Ryzen. He's just such a good looking lizard. I bet you he'd look good in a tux. Get Ryzen up with a nice bow tie. Mm-hmm. Eat him up. Think I'm lizard sexual. It's not a very common identity, but I like to be different. So they do need more lizards. The lizards are a little bit lacking. There is a lot of sweet lizards though, like Fushan. He's freaking cool. I wish I had him. All right, Jordan wanted to ask you your opinion. Which hero is the strongest in Arena? Well, across the board, Lysandra, Seeker, Arbiter, obviously now. Champions that are boosting the turn before the beginning of the arena, even Apothecary, because speed is what rules the arena, right? And then turn boost allows you to get all of your other champions who might not have the same level of speed to go at the same time as that champion who has that 250 speed. So you could sacrifice 30 speed for like a bunch more damage on your attack champion. So that's how the turn boost really helps a lot. Um, Rushcard, I mean, I've seen so many of him, and like Santa, I guess they're doing pretty good for the defensive teams. I'm not having too much trouble with them, but I know a lot of other people are. Um, they're in like Bad Alcazar, when Bad Alcazar is built with retaliation, can solo most teams, honestly. like, so Bad Alcazar is a really good one. She just needs to be, or he just needs to be built properly with retaliation. Honestly, even when it's in a team with Skullcrusher, I would still put retaliation on Bad Alcazar. I'm seeing a lot of people take Bad Al out of Retal, and that's how I'm winning. It's great that they are doing it for me, but it's bad for them. Because if I'm hitting Bad Alcazar 10 times or whatever to get that kill, and it's taking me that long to get that kill, then that means that Battle has that much time to heal back up to full if it had retaliation. Like, two or three of those hits could have been a retaliation hit back. and could have healed their battle to full. So, um, yeah. Anyway, Bad Alcazar is freaking sweet. Steel Skull, Juliana, Kale, Apothecary, and Tyrell. Is that a good combination for CB? Yeah, actually, that is pretty good. Steel Skull's definitely good for Tyrell, and yeah. I mean, if you had a way to buff, like if you had a Seeker or something like that, then I would take out maybe Juliana and put in a Seeker, maybe. But yes, they're definitely all worth the 6 star. I don't have my Steel Skull at 6 star yet because I'm not willing to spend all of those skill tomes on Steel Skull. But Steel Skull's freaking good for a clan boss if you have a debuff extender or counter attack. Julie pulls really good damage for sure, has crazy multipliers. I was looking at somebody's Julie who only had 1500 attack power, who was beasting it. For some reason, he had a defense percentage chest, but it was working for him. I was like, what? How are you doing those numbers? What do you say is the best with Steel Skull? Do they have a um, some sort of synergy that I'm not thinking of, or Steel Skull's the poor man's Nethril? Yeah, it's true enough, but you need to have like 12 epic skill ups for her. That's the thing. So, I mean, 10% chance to apply poison without those skill ups isn't really going to be comparable. I thought about putting the skill ups on her instead of Zargala. I waited like a solid week before I made that decision. Yeah, they're definitely too good for CB for sure. For shizzle. Ma nizzle. Yours isn't skilled? How much is he doing? She doing, out of curiosity? Toxic and 230 speed. Yeah, that could work. Do you max your debuffs? 4 mil, nice. That's pretty sweet. That would be an improvement for me for sure. Maybe I should just bring her up, honestly. She was the first, one of the first champs I tried in Clan Boss. Debuffs don't affect. No, what I mean is, do you have 10 debuffs up on the boss at a time? But yeah, that's pretty good. 5 million on hard. That's not too bad for Julie. For just starting out. Like John, do you have like Skull Crusher or Warlord or Septimus or something like that, or is it all just Steel Skull speed and toxic? Okay, so yeah, that's cool. That's really good to know. I'm glad I asked because I'm looking for a way to max out my poison debuffs, and I think that might be the way. Is if I added in Steel Skull with toxic, even. Like that's a good plan, honestly. Oh, whoops! I just realized that Marksman's not in this team. Wow. I'm gapping. I'm gapping to forget to put my marksman in. That's what happens when you're talking and trying to play this game at the same time. You make some silly mistakes. See what my damage is without marksman in the team. That's pretty weird. It's probably gonna be like 6 million or 10 million or something. I don't know, 12 million. No idea. I saw Steel Skull do 17 million on Nightmare. It's possible with his poison debuffs, um, basically maxing on the boss the entire time with Warlord. The Warlord extends the debuffs, or Septimus. So if you see a team with Septimus or Warlord and Steel Skull, you can bet it's going to be a freaking good team. But yeah, that sounds like a good team for sure. Interesting that you have the Lugan in there. What does the Lugi do? Just as the healer, or does he do something else that I'm not thinking of? Lugan. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good hit. Heals 9 to 14k per hit. Wow. Like every hit he heals that much. That's like some Vrask levels right there. Higher than Vrask. I don't have any new info about new stuff, but I do know that the patch is supposed to be coming out with the new dungeons going up to 20 within the next 3 to 4 weeks. But that's just a rumor. But we can hope, can't we? Yeah, Tyrell would be a good replacement for sure. Yeah, I was gonna focus on getting all new lifesteal gear for everybody. But I think I'm gonna wait for stage 20 dragon before I do it. 1.7.2 is Wednesday. Hey, sweet. We've got a forum mod in our chat right now, so we can get info like that. That's sweet. Nice. Sweet that you have Deadpool as your profile picture too. Yeah, so sweet. Next Wednesday. That's awesome. I didn't have that information, so that's good to know. And that's gonna include the dungeons to 20. Do you know of anything else that any other juicy details you can give us? Whoa, my Vrask missed a crit. It's sad. That's how you know your Vrask is bad. 6-star gear. Is that gonna be a thing? Okay. Sounds good. Do we probably don't have a timeline for the 1.8 yet then. The new staff. Yeah, nothing confirmed for sure. But those new stage 20 dungeons, that's going to be a very welcome patch, I think, for all of the veterans are going to really like that. We've been waiting for a long time. Oh, there goes the Lysandra. I think that yeah, no poisons up on this boss. My damage is gonna suck. It's gonna be like 4 million lower or something. 3 million lower probably. Whoops. Whoops. Are you in Gallifrey, John? Or did you what clan are you in these days? Oh yeah. How did Vikings die or something like that, or how is that game in comparison to Raid, would you say? Similar types of game flaws and design? Okay, Legends of War, nice. Nice. Who started Legends of War again? I feel like the name's on the tip of my tongue, but I forget it. For that game, you needed to pay all the time, more and more to be able to do something. Really, like a lot more than this one. Would you say you'd need to pay more in Vikings than you would in here? Yeah, yeah, that sucks. There are some good parts about grinding that I really enjoy, because, I mean, if you do it in the right way and in an efficient way, then it helps you stick out. But there's definitely a point when it becomes tedious. But that's cool. Helping out Night Magic. Night Magic, that's the name. Right. The grind, without the grind, you wouldn't feel good at the end, honestly. You'd be like, well, that was easy. I guess I'll go do something else now. 12.11. Wow, that's actually a lot higher than I was expecting. But that's okay. I think you only need 21 million. Yeah. Good, good, good. Let's see what the numbers are here. Creator had a 38 million key not too long ago. Yeah, it was definitely all from GS because I've got an 18-minute long game there. Even without my marksman, it still pulled 12 million, which was nice. For example, I had a guy in clan that spent 25 to 30k. Jeez, the guy must be loaded. Or now he's not, I guess. Not loaded anymore. Priorities, guys. You could have bought a car, yeah. Could have bought a lot of things. Could have invested that money somewhere and made a lot of money back. But to each their own. Yeah, he had a company in New York. He's just a multi-millionaire or something. 25 grand here and there, no big deal. I don't know if that ever is the case. 25 grand, no big deal, unless you're like a billionaire. It's hard to be wealthy if you treat money like that. That's why I've got a theory. Like, the whales in this game aren't wealthy. I don't think that they're wealthy. Most of them, I bet, are poor, as crazy as it sounds. And I bet you they just have a gambling problem. That's what it seems like. Because then you see like their marriages fall apart, and like there's been so many stories about people's relationships that have failed already in this 1 year. It's like, can it really be unrelated to the fact that they're spending all of that money? I don't know. I feel like it has a strong correlation. I mean, it's just like anything else, right? If it's like a drug, basically, you're addicted to getting that sort of feeling. Gotta have, and you have people with newborns that were doing that too. Not gonna name names, obviously, but I guess it's not so bad playing this game with a newborn. 'Cause you gotta hang out with your kid all the time anyway. Might as well be playing a video game. I don't know. Oh man, I think I'm like $300 in, and that feels like too much. Yeah, but honestly, comparatively, that's really good. Like, you've been playing since last August. Like, that's nothing in comparison to probably a lot of the other guys. I hear about people spending like $300 a week. Yeah, the guy in my clan, Parsons, has 30 legendaries or more, and a free to play guy has like 10 legendaries. Well, he's not completely free to play, but mostly. He just was really, really lucky. If a pay to player is really, really smart about how to use their energy and everything very, very efficiently, then of course it's going to be an advantage. But generally speaking, I feel like these guys aren't doing it very efficiently. Otherwise, they would just be so much more ahead of me, I feel. Like, they must be inefficient. When you're buying, I think you're not really learning about how to do things properly. You're trying to get ahead in a different way, and it's not really effective. You got to really figure it out how to get those stats and how to prioritize and everything. That's what's going to matter. So if you blow 5,000 energy and then you're still gearing wrong, that energy didn't matter. Oh yeah, there's a guy who's using a spreadsheet to see if a pack is is a good deal or not. Yeah, it's shortcutting, but not being better exactly. You're not actually better at the game when you buy. You have more opportunity for luck, and but you still have to utilize that luck. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Cash does not buy skill. That's the thing. I think we all wish it did. Hey, look, an accuracy chest could be good for somebody at some point because it's got a speed secondary stat. but probably not because it's 4 star and accuracy. I don't know. I've never used an accuracy chest before. I'd use a resilient chest maybe though. Sometimes I see when I put Rosin in as my team leader, that's all it takes to win. Because he's got that 90 resilience bonus. It's pretty sweet. Itchy nose. Guess I haven't gotten a spirit host. Wonder what the average amount of energy it costs to get a duplicate to land. What is your devastate crit for now, John? On Zargala, or do you even still use Zargala in a lot of places, like Spider, of course? I'm sure I've got a long ways to go. Mostly for the debuff, yeah. That defense down has a very high proc chance. Let's just take a quick peek at the gear I've got here. Oh, look. I just got that weapon to 16. It's getting there, but I guess I should probably wait until tomorrow before I upgrade the rest of the gear and stuff. But that's what I have on her currently. I don't know if the accuracy set is really worth it or not, because it seems like she really easily applies that debuff, but maybe it's necessary. I don't know. I'd have to do more testing. Oh, I only have 3 energy, right? Right. Quickly do the rest of my arenas. Yeah, I've got 100% crit on there for sure. It's maybe a little bit on the high side. That glove piece that I got was really good. The 50% crit chance, and I had 9 or 10% crit damage and 10% attack and 13 speed on it. It's a freaking sweet piece. But yeah, maybe if I got Zerker in there on that, if I grabbed a Zerker set to put in instead of that accuracy set, probably would be better. If I can just get some um, man, my brain doesn't work when I'm doing stuff. Wow. Instead of the accuracy on there. But yeah, if I got the crit damage glove piece, that'd be nice that I could switch on there. I don't have one currently in that set, but I could probably put on a speed piece or something like that. There's some options that I can do. I'm gonna have to switch her around a little bit. But I've been hearing a lot of people say that attack is really important to have on Zargala because her attack base is so high. So I wanted to see if I could get that rather than just going Savage or Berserker to have the attack power plus the armor or defense reduction, if you know what I'm talking about. I don't know what that set is called. The one that you get from the clan boss. But it's a pretty sweet set. It's funny, even with 100% crit, It seems like she misses those crits a lot against the wrong affinity. Jeez, man. 4K attack, 240% crit damage. That's crazy. Crazy. It's definitely a lot more than me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just joining the Zarg train now. So I get to go through all that. Is it only 15% crit? Because, like, it feels like 50. 'Cause that's what they've said to me before, but like if you run the numbers, it's definitely not 15%, it's more. At least like that's what it seems like when you count and then you figure out the actual percentage afterwards versus the wrong affinity. Weak hits can't crit? Really? So, but yeah, I guess that um what's the chance of you getting a weak hit against the target? Do we know that? Against the wrong affinity. Because those white hits, are those weak hits, or are those aren't weak hits? The red hits are weak hits, right? Yeah, I don't know either. It says weak when it's the weak hit, right? Yeah. So even if I had 115% crit, I would still miss my crits. Is that what you're saying? Because I was thinking about bringing it up to 115%. I've never done that before on any champion. Yeah, that's too bad. I guess that really puts a damper on the 100% crit rating. That messes with the math ability of it big time. Yeah, that's what B Shady used to always brag about, was that his Vrask would never miss a crit ever because he had 117% crit chance on his Vrask. But he doesn't play anymore. He quit. But I think that getting more crit damage on her is definitely the way to go. I'm gonna need those bigger hits anyway rather than the guaranteed hits. Because it seems like her AoE has a. I don't know if this is in all games that use crit or not, but it definitely seems like crit chance is altered slightly for different skills. I mean, of course, it's all just a theory without actually getting some of their programming or whatever, some information from the developers. But it seems like AoEs have higher crit chance than single hits. That's what it seems like. Because on my Kale and on my other champs, like it seemed like even with 30% crit, their AoE would always crit. Always. Like 30 to 40% crit rating was all I needed on my Kale back in the day. Back in the day. Yeah. It'd be nice if we had more information on that. I don't know if they're ever going to give that to us or if they want us to just theory craft everything to the nines. If that's the goal here, then I guess they're doing a good job. I do enjoy theory crafting, but it's so hard to get it accurate because luck and stuff. Gusanika. And these YouTubers are pretty funny. I don't know if hardly any of them seem to continue playing after that first week. Incredible John's the only one I've seen actually get a good team. Maybe like, I think there might have been one other guy, Riddick. There's probably others that I just haven't seen yet. Oops. Free gold tokens, yeah. No rating though, but that's whatever. Been meaning to like when I first started this game, what I wanted to do was get a spreadsheet of all of the champions and get all of their white hits at 50. Seems like a little bit of a ambitious goal though, just so that I could see what all of their multipliers are um, in comparison with one another. But I don't know, that sounds like a full-time job's worth of work, so maybe not. But somebody should do that. Calculate all of the white hits at 50 or 60 or whatever. Then we would actually have some data to work with, which would probably change every patch. Slightly. And War Maiden's such a tank. She's a budget Zargala, is what she is. I'm not getting any good 5-star crit pieces, am I? Maybe I shouldn't have bothered with the boss stage. Whatever. Yeah. I hope that the one change that I do really hope happens soon is a change to the arena PvP points system. The point system is very, very flawed. And no, I didn't build an executioner actually. That was one of the champions I never got around to doing. But he got a nerf, right? Somewhat recently. I haven't looked at him since, but I don't know. Is he still good? The main reason I never built Executioner was the same reason I didn't build Cold Heart. Was just because everybody built him. Yeah, he still does the old brutal easily. That's good. I wonder if he can still do it at 50. I imagine he can. Excuse me. My Eris can do it too. That was the route I went instead, was the Eris route instead of the Executioner route. But yeah. Yeah. Well, you did have Zargala. Wasn't Zargala in your team at that point? The nerf was justified. I think it was necessary just because so many people were using him and it was taking away from other champions that people could have enjoyed that were on the same playing field. So I'm glad that they did do the nerf because he's not as talked about anymore. He used to be like all you'd hear about all day, every day. Executioner. Somebody tell me how to build an executioner. Please. Executioner can do 15 Minotaur. 2. Yeah. Because Zargala can't do stage 3, chapter 12 as easily because it's the spirit champs or whatever. So Executioner can help with that for sure. Not anymore. Yeah, I guess not. I guess Executioner maybe can't do Minotaur alone anymore. I don't know. I would be willing to bet that Executioner can do it alone still, but it's just much more difficult. There's where there's a will, there's a way, guys. Oops. He's too slow. Interesting. Is it because he is his counterattack thing with the defense buff, is that on a larger cooldown now? Like a longer cooldown? Hey Deadpool. You got 2 Deadpools in here now. Um like a lot of champs do it honestly. It's hard to narrow it down. Like Tayrel, like Zargala even, um Sinisha, like all like a vast percentage of the champions can solo Minotaur, honestly. It's a very big part of it is gear, 6-star ascension. And if you don't have a champion that can solo it, it's no big deal. Because definitely 3 champions of any variety, pretty much, if they have gear, they can do it. It's Minotaur is an easy dungeon, and all it requires is gear. That's it. It's just a tank and spank, and you even get a buff versus him, so you can hit him super hard. Hey Zach, how's it going? But that's why I recommend getting everybody to 60 first, because Minotaur would be hard if you're at 50 with no gear. 50 with just 3 and 4-star epics or whatever, you're not going to be able to do it. Hey, thanks a lot, Deadpool. Appreciate it. Did I find out about the Warlord setup? Unfortunately, I have not been able to get that yet. And I actually forgot, so thanks for reminding me. There, I asked again. Hopefully he'll reply. Sorry about that, man. I totally forgot. Yeah, I know, but it's difficult to kill first two waves before boss with one hero. Yeah, it is hard. Um, without having the 60s, without having like, I'm assuming you just don't have a full team of 60s attacking him, because if you did, I don't think you'd be having any issue. First on YouTube for Spider Auto? No, I'm not. Definitely not. Oh, for Warlord setup, you mean? Yeah, as soon as he replies, I'll do a specific video for Warlord and Steel Skull and that strategy for Clan Boss. And I'll include the setups for those different champs. I don't have those champs, so that's why I needed to wait. I hate giving bad information and screwing up somebody's day. That wouldn't be any fun, would it? Speed, yeah. Speed and survival, honestly. That's pretty much the way she goes when supports are in the clan boss. But I think he needs accuracy too for his A1. I just don't know how much he needs, if he needs like 150 or whatever. Or if he's built with HP, percentage chest, or defense, or both, if you have HP and defense on one. Yeah, Warlord setup is what we're talking about. But generally speaking, speed boots HP percentage chest and defense percentage gloves, or vice versa, something like that. I don't know. Because you do need some defense to not get one shotted, and you do need some HP for his heals and stuff, I think. But again, I don't know Warlord, I don't have him, so that's why I gotta wait. Also for his masteries too, to see what he's got. I don't know why it's not linked here on my Discord, but he's got all his other champions up there. I'm loving Zargala. Zargala's amazing. I don't even have her in like the gear that I want her in yet, and she's wrecking. I just threw on what gear I had available, and it ended up being pretty decent. Although today for the Spider Auto, I failed, whereas yesterday I did not. Sadness abounds. What triggers her extra AoE hit is the Devastate. So she hits Devastate as her second. Here, I'll show you. Attacks one enemy, instantly activates the Crack Armor skill. And that's basically what wins the game. You have her in storage? Oh, geez. Man, I'm glad that I could show you Zargala, man. One of the best champions in the game. Like, she's good for Spider. Yeah, well, Tayrell and Zargala, they're both fantastic. They are. I stand by it. You gotta have them both. I mean, Zargala even works on Fire Knight's castle, for crying out loud. She's rated like 2 or something like that for this, but she should be rated more because her weaken and defense down is a thing. Sorry, it's super early, I know. It's I start at like 8:30 sometimes in the morning, but that's when I tend to play. But I'm glad that you're liking the streams, man. My favorite part of this game is having the ability to benefit another person in some way. It's nice, you know? Well, I have Zarg, Abbas, and Robar, which are the same role heroes, all with 60% armor reduce AoEs. I think Zarg is the strongest form. Yes, I believe you are correct. Abbas is pretty good too, but she's broken, isn't she? She's broken still, right? I kind of forget Abbas's situation as to why she's not that great right now. Oh, is she good? Was she fixed, or was she ever broken, or am I thinking of the wrong champ? She puts herself to sleep. Yeah, that's what it is. She puts herself to sleep. But I guess that's to equal out how much damage she does. Yeah, yeah, Robar is pretty damn sweet too. Yeah, I remember that, Zach. That was, yeah, I guess that was you that told me about that. Robar is pretty sweet. Honestly, build all of those champs. Like you should. They're great, all of them. Zarg, Abbas, and Robar. Get them all up. Robar is freaking sweet in arena if you can get enough accuracy. Gotta keep popping into the streams or I'll forget you. Well, that's honestly potentially true. Sorry. I've got brain injury type deal going on, so I have very poor memory. Yeah, yeah, I guess I've probably said that a lot. Max Sark and Abyss. Don't think I should have the third same hero basically. Well, is Robar um he's not that similar, is he? Just because he does the defense down thing, but his A1, if he stuns, he gets another turn, right? How cool is that? How cool is that? I don't know. You, I think eventually you'll want to get him up because why not? But definitely prioritize that in the way that you'd prefer. Zarg is freaking a boss. Man, I would not use Rushcard. I would never use Rushcard personally. I find those teams are just way too slow. And if I were to just be using him, I would only use him in my defense probably for arena defense. I wouldn't use him in my arena offense. Rushcard might seem like he's good, but he relies upon the enemy not killing him before he has a turn. He's only good if he gets a turn, right? Well, all three are force and 60% red defense, so pretty much the same. Yeah, I hear ya. Definitely is redundant. If you can get Rushcard 300 plus speed, then yeah, then you're good. That's how I would build Rushcard personally. I want to see if have I seen Rushcard plus Renegade combo, constant invulnerability. I've seen Rushcard plus Kaimar before. But yeah, any champ with over 300 speed is a nightmare. Is a nightmare. Let's get you out, you in. Maybe if I took this guy out and put in him, it'd be a different story. Let's try that one. I don't think Vrask is going to be able to heal anybody in time for this to matter, but I just would like to see if it works. You use Tower and Santa, yeah. A lot of people have that combo after the Christmas time business. Maybe I'll get. Yeah, I gotta send that ticket for Devastate. John, do you know if Devastate was hitting spiderlings before, or has Zargala always hit Devastate to the spider's face on auto? Oh man, Zargala gets wrecked. Just wrecked. Yeah, no, there's no way. There's no way like that it's gonna work. Hmm. Oh wow. How was I doing it yesterday with the Seeker team? So weird that it's not working today. Something changed between now and yesterday. So main single hits attack the mumma. Yeah, yeah, that was yeah, oh well. I'll have to find out what that problem was. I'm definitely gonna send that ticket about Devastate because if she used Devastate, then auto would work for me fine every time. That was just embarrassing. I have this as my title because I was able to do it, but now I can't. That's okay. Quite alright. I guess I gotta save my shards for the summoning events if I want to actually ever get anything good from those. But I just don't have the patience for it. You can do it, I believe in you. Thanks, man. You can definitely do it on manual. Yeah, poor Zargi. Poor little Zarg. Is that it for my energy and resources? Is that what's going on? No, I gotta upgrade a champion to rank 4. Oh, Knight Errant, man. Knight Errant is another champion I'm gonna be doing next. This Death Warrant, I had no idea how much damage it did. But it's a crazy high. Crazy high. So he's on the list. I'm gonna be bringing this Armiger up too. Yeah, they must have changed something. They do change things with AI all the time. Little bug fixes every here and there. A lot of the time they have to wait for players to report the bug fixes though, so if players never report, then things never get fixed. Like my Astrolith, for instance. You have 3 Knight Errants in the vault? Dude, skill them up. Use one. He's probably really good on Spider, honestly. As crazy it sounds, even though he's only a single hitter. He's got that weaken on the A3 plus that Death Warrant. Man, with crit damage and attack, it's going to be critting like 200k plus. I've never seen an attack that has that high of a multiplier without the HP based business going on. Other than Torvund and the Bat guy who does damage based off of how many buffs the enemy has. There's a big AI rebuild coming? Nice. That's sweet. That's really good to hear. It's definitely necessary. I like him because both of his skills, all 3 of his skills are really good. This ignores 25 or 30% of the target's defense, plus puts a leech debuff, which is cool. This is irrelevant for clan boss, but great for arena because it resets the cooldown of the death warrant, which is gonna one-shot anybody. Honestly, like this is the true tank killer. I see these. It does so much more damage. Excuse me. Sorry. It does so much more damage than Ice Bolt. And this is supposed to be an actual tank killer. And so I sent them a ticket about this because I said, hey, it's not ignoring defense. It's going through shield and block damage, but it's not ignoring defense, and it's doing like nothing. Doing 0 damage, basically. The lightning does twice the damage as the Ice Bolt, which makes no sense. So I emailed them about that. Because Knight Errant with no gear was critting twice as hard with Death Warrant. No gear at level 40, unascended, was critting twice as hard with Death Warrant as Faceless was with full 150% crit damage, defense down, weaken, everything. Did 15 to 30k. That was it. What a crap champ. It's so misleading, right? Because it's a void. You'd think it'd be good. It's got that tank killing ability that's supposed to be so good, but it's just not. Sad. But Death Warrant, you can be sure that's gonna crit your pants off. Even without gear, it crits your pants off. At a 50k crit with 1,000 attack power. Like, what? That makes no freaking sense. I've seen Royal Huntsman hit for 70k in arena with a skill that ignores 100% defense, and he doesn't have HP or other multipliers. Yeah. Well, that's what it should be hitting for. When they're ignoring defense, they should be hitting for that much, at least, if not 100k plus. If you want it to one-shot a Rushcard, you often have to do 100k. So if I'm seeing a champion that has an attack that's supposed to ignore defense, and still only does 30k, that's not good. It's not good. This Wretch guy I kind of like. He just looks cool. Plus he's got an HP burn debuff, which is nice. Everything else is kind of trash, but he's just cool. I'm allowed to rationally like things. But yeah, 70k for Huntsman is actually low, you're right. That's like what my allure in my on my alt team was hitting for. 70 to 80k. Oh, Wretch equals a Dark Souls noob mob? That's funny. What were they called? They're called something. Not reanimated, but anyway, he's cool. I love the look of that guy. I wish there's more guys like that. Yeah, he probably just had, half decent crit damage and attack. But 70k for Royal Huntsman isn't that amazing. Even Zargala crits higher than that on her Devastate. Well, I shouldn't say even Zargala. Her Devastate has a crazy good multiplier. Gladiator. Nice. Got a Mystic Hand. Why? Why search Royal Huntsman on Reddit? As opposed to in the info. A lot of the things that I see posted on hero champs being rated online, if you guys come across ratings of champions, try not to believe them like they're gospel. That's the best advice I can give, honestly. My vault is empty. My vault is empty. Nope, I am not. I wish I was a hoarder. Hey, thanks for the subscribe. I wish I had all of the rares. But I don't know. I don't have the patience for keeping things, and I tend to use everything that I get. Yeah, that's awesome, man. I wish I was able to do that. How was your vault empty? That's funny. Well, the vault came out right around the time when I quit, and I just came back a couple weeks ago, and I haven't gotten any good champs to put in it yet. That's how the vault's empty. I'm sure it'll get some champs in there soon. I could put some champs in there now if I wanted to. But yeah, I definitely would like to get all of the different champs. That'd be nice. Get one of each. Be sweet. But I don't think you can. There's not enough room. Because you can only have 200 slots and there's like 300 plus champs, right? But I'd like to get at least all of the epics that are good and all of the legendaries that are good. Definitely going to keep all of those. I'm not going to probably keep all of the rares just because I don't have the patience. Well, I don't know if patience is it. I think it's just that I like to use them for food, and I just don't see much of a value for them otherwise. Hey, John, thanks for joining, man. Really nice to catch up with you, man. Hope you have a good day. See you around. I'm not looking for crit gear, I'm doing this for Spirit Host. I'm just doing the boss stage because it has a probability of giving me rares. So if I got some 5-star rare crit gear in addition to Spirit Host, that'd be nice. But if all it is Spirit Host, then that's fine. I would like to get a rare crit damage 5-star piece, a crit damage or a speed crit piece as well for boots. And if I could get a chest piece that has speed on it as well, that'd be very ideal. I'm getting Spirit Host for the mission for what's the name of them? Justicar. Nice emoji. About 100 energy left to go, and then looks like I'm just about done with the stream too. It's only so much you can do. Gonna save all of my silver for tomorrow for the artifact increasing event. If it's anything like the last one, the best strategy is just to upgrade everything to 4, like just have tons and tons of shields or whatever, 5-star shields from your regular farming routine, and then you just rank them all up to 4. And then oh yeah, they changed it. Nice. Cool, cool, cool. How do you know that? Oh, cool. So what do you know what it's going to be now? I farmed for 3 days to get War Maiden to fuse Justicar and get Relic Keeper, and then on my second account I got Justicar from the Void Shard that you get from clearing normal mode. Yeah, I've gotten a few Justicars myself. I think I've gone through maybe 3 or 4 already. So I definitely don't need one. It's just for the mission. I wouldn't even keep a Justicar. I've got so many defense champs. So, how did they change it? Out of curiosity, let me just Google that maybe. Let's see what we got here. Jessica on the loading screen, but bad champ. I wouldn't call him a bad champ. He's just not as good as mine. If I didn't have good loading, or if I didn't have good defense champs, then I might have considered him. Okay. Now I'm not seeing this form thing that you're talking about. Do you think you could maybe link it to me in Discord if you know where to find it, Claudia, or is that gonna take too long? It's okay if you don't want to do it. I'm sure I'll find it. Let's see here. Yeah, sure. Let me know. Let me know if you can find it. If not, it's totally fine. We'll find out tomorrow anyway. Any speed? Oh man. Oops, sorry about that. Alright, that was a guy cried because it was so easy and stuff like that, and a moderator said the next one will be different. Oh, okay. So maybe it's going to be more points, or maybe it's going to be more specific. So if all they're saying it's going to be different. And that thing that you mentioned about the changing channels for the shard summoning. Um, oh, we're talking about the artifact event and how easy and quick it is, and how it's potentially going to be different this time. Yeah, I totally forgot what I was going to say. Oh, right. The thing about shards. Yeah, because I just looked at that video you sent me about that Chinese fella who used 200 shards um, on a few different accounts. But he was trying to claim that if you summon in the 15th channel or the 10th channel, you have a higher, greater possibility of getting a legendary. But that's totally flawed and not true. The guy was bragging about being the number one in that tournament, but he's certainly not number one in the game. Being number one in the tournament is doesn't really mean a whole lot. All it really meant was that he was doing the most games and the most playing and the most summoning, the most everything, right? Just doing the most spending or whatever, I don't know. But it wasn't, he doesn't have the best team in Arena, doesn't have the best clan boss team. I wouldn't say that having number one in tournament means that you're on top of the world like that guy was trying to say. Yeah, I think he's involved in selling accounts based off of how many accounts he showed. So what he probably does is he automates like 100 accounts or so to get past a certain threshold of summoning, like of rewards or whatever, and then he'll sell each of those accounts for like $20 to $100, depending upon whether or not they get a legendary, and depending upon which legendary they get. And so that's what you see all the time posting in the channels. You see, oh, buy on Igfans, buy on Raid Shadow Legends, this or whatever. Get your favorite legendary now. It's just these guys who are going through hundreds and hundreds of accounts, going through all of their first rewards and stuff. It's not easily detectable because of VPNs. In fact, it's virtually impossible to stop. I don't know. I don't know how you're gonna stop a VPN when every single person seems like they're coming from different places on in the world, right? It doesn't seem like it's just a single guy making thousands of accounts. It seems like thousands of people making accounts at the same time. I typically don't chat in the public chats. I just stick with my clan chat, and I stick with Discord. But Discord's a sweet app. Would recommend using Discord, because that way you can send all your stuff to your buddies and whatnot. Don't like to see people getting the legendaries in the main chat, I know, eh? Yeah, that yeah, I mean if Summoners Wars found out a way to do that, I guarantee those guys are gonna find a way to get around it. It's just the way it goes. It's a business, and as long as there's a way to make money off of it, people are gonna have an ambition to get a loop-de-loop around it. So I think I'm out of resources, and I think that that's all I'm gonna do for today. But if there's anything else that anybody wants me to answer, anything real quick before I go, now would be the time. I'm gonna look up Canon S here though. Wherever Canon S is. Is it right here? That's Adria. There she is. Okay. 50% ally protection buff and 60% increased defense buff on the target. So I would say Canon S is looking pretty bad at this point. She doesn't have an AoE buff. Like it's just a random ally that she's giving attack to, and then you have to give this on just one other person. Like that's really weak. Really weak. Canon S is crap. Sorry. It's true though. All right, be good. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'll get on that Warlord stream as soon as I can. I'll make that video as soon as I can. Sorry for taking so long. I totally forgot. Yeah, all right. A tour is barbarian, right? Heals this champion by 15% of their max and places a counterattack buff on this champion for 2 turns when hit with a critical hit. That's pretty sweet. Definitely like a counterattack on a champion that's getting everybody to taunt. I mean, everybody's provoked. Yeah, so he's got provoke there and then provoke there. And he's immune to stun, freeze, and sleep. So he's pretty good. It's basic tank build, right? Kalia, is she any good? Kalia is good, however, not that good. But the HP burn debuff for 2 turns, then another HP burn debuff here. So she can probably get HP burn up most of the time, and if she can do that, have an HP burn up on the clan boss, then she'd be half decent on the clan boss before Giant Slayer. Um, yeah, she's not bad. She's like mid to high tier for clan boss, I would say. Julian is definitely better because of the poison stacks. Excuse me. Wow. Okay. Unless there's any other quick questions, I think that's it for me. So thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. Probably be at the same time tomorrow, 8:30 EST in the morning. I know it's kind of early. But anyways, thanks guys. Have a great day.